hasn't been said yet. And, I don't forget who said something earlier that when you all were coming up here that there was going to be a spin on stuff and, it was only going to be our side that was supported. But what people don't know is that the second meeting that we had on first day last week is that we spent a good part of that time actually defending Pastor Rufus about a lot of the things that were being said about him. And that's why the subject of discord came up, right? So we wanted to see if there's actually strife and contention. We actually wanted to prove that. So what did we do? We called you. And what report did you give us?
Listen close. Listen close, y'all. Hold on. I want y'all to understand what's going on here. This is probably the most important part of the video. If you've endured this long, I thank you. Elder got on and said that we spent the majority of the time defending Pastor Rufus in the one meeting that we had. And he said that he was accused of sowing discord. So what they did was call the brothers in Georgia. They called Mike. They called Tim. They called these brothers and asked them, was I sowing discord? Listen to what his response. That's what Elder's asking him now. He's asking Tim, what was your response when we asked you, is Elder Rufus sowing or Pastor Rufus sowing discord? Here's Tim's response. Let's go.
At that point, I said no.
Oh, this is Vernon. Vernon get to testify first. I think he's going to get to Tim too, y'all. So y'all already heard right there. Vernon said no. We already know he done flip-flop. Let's see his change and why he changed.
That he wasn't sowing discord or trying to be demeanor toward Pastor Dowell at that point.
Exactly. And he'd already talked to you before that, correct?
Correct.
He'd already briefed you on that, okay?
Yes.
And so we wanted two witnesses. So what did we do after that? We put Brother Tim on the phone. And what'd you say, Brother Tim?
No, sir. I didn't think he was sowing discord.
You said you think he's sowing discord?
I didn't think he was.
You didn't. Yeah, that's correct. We all heard that together. And the point is, we never did this biased at all, in any way, shape, or form. And I'm just bringing it up to tell you that we were giving him the benefit of a doubt on a lot of these issues. That's why we got the witness from y'all, to hear from y'all, because you were actually there. That's all I had.
Huh. Now, somebody listening to that. Now, y'all, I'm so sorry. Michael Israel was on Brainwaves with me the other day, and he said, I listened to all that testimony. Every single one of these elders testified against you. How many of y'all can tell me that y'all heard what Elder Becker just said and you feel like that's a testimony against me? Elder Becker clearly said we were defending him in the meeting. The majority of the meeting, we were defending him against these accusations. Guess where the accusations were coming from, y'all? Pastor Dowell, Pastor Mir, Pastor Corey, these wicked people that had been added. Elder McGill, Elder Rob didn't really say nothing, so I can't say he was doing that. Them the ones they were defending me against. And he's talking about him, Elder Mitchell, Elder Brent, people like that. And they said, look, why do we have to keep assuming? Let's get on the phone and call these brothers. Y'all are saying, and see, this is the part y'all don't know. This is when we met, and they did this after I left. Remember, we had the 3.5 hours of meeting, 4 hours of meetings. I left. Dow forced these men to go back up there to levy a judgment against me. And they told him, we ain't even got a sin against this man yet. They told Dow that. He said, don't leave that tabernacle till you got a judgment against him. They deliberated for a couple more hours. Then Dow added what he considered to be new information. Guess what that was, y'all? It was one of the tapes of one of the meetings I had talked to with the brothers. He submitted that during this meeting and said, this is information that y'all should hear. He's sowing discord in this. That's what Elder Becker's talking about, y'all. Dow told them, I'm sowing discord. They start deliberating about it. They don't hear the discord in it. Of course, the numbnuts, Mir and Corey do, because they already on Pastor Dow's side. But the rest of the elders are saying, no, we don't hear discord. And that's when Elder Becker said, look, we ain't got to do all that. Call the saints. Let's see what they say. They had already talked to Mike. Mike wasn't there. That's that first witness. Remember, you heard Elder Becker say a second witness that Vernon was. Mike was the first one. They called him first. Mike said, no, he ain't sowing discord. You even heard lying ass Vernon finally tell the truth that at that time I said, no, He ain't sowing discord, and he ain't saying nothing negative about Pastor Dow. That's what Vernon said. So that was two. Tim came on and said, at that time when y'all called us during that meeting, I didn't believe he was sowing any discord either. You got the three brothers that live with me the longest telling the elders that I didn't sow discord. But that's one of the things they still accusing me of, y'all. I'm saying, Michael Israel, I may send this clip to you because you said Elder Becker testified against me. Show me that, Michael Israel. That's not a testimony against me. That's actually clearing me. He actually cleared me. He didn't testify against me. Man, let's go. This dude.
All right. Well, I mean, we've been here long.
Okay, that's what I wanted to see. See the evidence? Look what Dow says. Oh, we've been here long. Now you want to shut it down. Elder Becker comes on at the end and shows that not even the brothers in Georgia, they called them during the one meeting we had, y'all. This was 2 weeks after coming back from the leadership meeting. The one time I got to meet with them at Straitway, when this dog Dow right here added Elder Rob, added Pastor Corey, added Elder McGill, when nobody else was supposed to be added except the people that was in that meeting in Wisconsin. He added all these men. Elder comes on in the end and shows y'all this is a wise brother. We defended him the entire time because we didn't see no freaking sin. Then he called all the brothers down there and they all testified that no, we don't believe Pastor Rufus is sowing discord and he ain't talking negative about Pastor Dow. Do y'all want to see why he won't release these tapes? It's sensitive information on here. What's more sensitive than this? What's more sensitive than this? Look at all the stuff he put out there in this. He ain't got no problem with that. I can promise y'all there was nothing said in those three audio recordings that I did with the meetings with those brothers that's more sensitive than anything that was said in this meeting. Dow don't want you to hear them tapes because he knows it will expose him lying. He knows it. And guess what else is going to expose? See, in those tapes, you hear the first one, which was right before I went to the meeting. Then they get to hear the one that I came back and told them how the meeting went. Then you get to hear the last one that I did with them when everything blew up. You see what I'm saying? Y'all can see the timeline. You'll also get to hear me tell them everything Dow was going to do. And guess what? Now that time has went by, y'all have seen that everything I said in those tapes, Dow has done. Dow has done. Elder Becker didn't testify against me. Elder Mitchell didn't even really testify against me. Y'all got to open up your eyes and know how to listen. And when Elder did that, look what Dow did. Oh, we've been here long. Let's see what else he say.